Hey, in this video we're going to go over the campaign style or campaign objective, whatever you want to say, called clicks to website. And what this does is focus the Facebook algorithm to go out and try to find people in your audience that really like to click on links and go off-site to websites that are off of Facebook. So let's jump into it. Pretty simple. Here's what it looks like when it pops up. We'll walk through this in just a second. A lot of people will call it a CTW campaign for clicks to website. All we really do is paste in the URL, change the image, paste in the ad copy, select your targeting, and go. Pretty simple. All right, let's go take a look. Here we are in the ad interface. I'm just going to drag this over. I already have this pre-built, and we're going to use this URL and this ad copy. One thing you're going to notice is I'm attaching a variable called CTW at the end of this, right? So as these clicks come through, and hopefully we get conversions, in the back end of Teespring, in Teespring Analytics, we should be able to track that this campaign is producing results. And if it's not, then we can pause it and focus our money elsewhere. So just to let you know, I kind of pre-build this off to the side. It's what I find to be a pretty good practice. So when I'm creating ads, it's very quick and I don't have to think about, my copy or the image or anything. I just have everything prepared. So all we do is go right here, create ad, and we select clicks to website. We're going to paste this in. It's going to load up some of the details, and then right here we do the drop down. We're going to go through and first select our image, then build our ad, and as we're building our ad, we'll be able to see it here. I'll tell you a couple things that I take away, then it's just really back down to our targeting, setting a budget, and then launching it. Alright, so let's do it. First is going to be the image. This is the one that it pulled, it spidered from this URL. That's over at Teespring, so it pulled it in. We want a better one. So I'm going to click upload here and come up with that, I don't know, it was a pretty nice one. It showed 3 different options, had a red stroke around it. So hang on one second. Alright, we're uploading here. This is it. I'm going to delete out this one. If you don't delete it out, I mean, you can read through, you can add up to 6 images, and in theory it's going to rotate between them evenly. I don't think that exists. So I've tested Facebook many times, and their split testing has a lot to be left desired. It doesn't work like they say or I think it should. So anyway, I do, one nice one, call it good. Now, to run ads on the news feed, which is really what we want to do, we're going to need to choose a Facebook page to run this off of. So we're going to select that I Love Arkansas one. In theory, you can, if you would like, run just a right column ad and you don't need a Facebook page. But this is why I had us making a Facebook page. Look at, we can't run a desktop. We can't run a mobile news feed. And not that we'd want to, but we can't do partner mobile apps right now. So I'm going to select a Facebook page here. It also gives you the option, if you don't have one, you can build a Facebook page right away and then launch ads off of it. So I'm going to select our I Love Arkansas, and then we'll keep building here. All right, if you remember, anytime you do an ad, you're going to want it congruent with the niche that you're working in. This is just kind of a dummy Facebook page. So if I was truly running this for the Tesla Museum, I'd try to ask them if I could run it off their Facebook page, or I'd have something like I Love Nikola Tesla or something like that, some sort of really congruent page. All right, so we changed the headline and text, and again, I just have this off to the side, and I'm going to be cutting and pasting here. Now everything doesn't quite translate a lot of the time, but the upside, and let's look at it here, you'll see what this, we're building it as we're going, right? So our headline right here. You could even put click here now if you want to, whatever works for you. This will give you different notices if you have any sorts of errors or kind of anything going on that it doesn't like. So it's a helper of sorts, and I'm pretty sure it doesn't like this. Click here now. And it may not like my variable that I've added here to the end. Let's wait for it for a second. All right, it doesn't actually like that I put a link in here, so we'll take that out. Let's see what we come up with. Want to help support the museum? Click here now. Great. Now, a lot of times I'll build these out on the page and I'll use the Power Editor to select this one, and I know you can drop URLs in there. So that's just kind of it's a more advanced tip, and we'll show it in a future video. But just to kind of point out that it'll throw up errors as you go, and it'll want you to make changes to fit into their system. So kind of training wheels. You can click on this Show Advanced Options. Well, let's cover this. Call to Action button, I don't ever do it. I'm trying to sell the click, and if there is one that I ever do, it's Learn More, but for the most part, I just stay away from this button. It shows up right here, but I stay away from it. Right here in the Advanced Options, this newsfeed description, let's go, I'm cutting and pasting off of my text document. I'm just going to go ahead and populate that. Great. And if we want to set up tracking pixel to this, if you remember we made this 1 pixel, I would select it here. Or if you have multiple pixels, you would select those. So right here is where it's at. Let's cover the different ads that are going to run. Desktop newsfeed, love it. Mobile newsfeed, love it. Right column, I remove this and I put it in its own campaign if I ever do want to run it. And then this Partner Mobile App showed up, I don't know, a couple months ago with the Facebook Ad Network, which is a giant mobile network. Now look at this. So far I've been removing these and I've done lots of testing, and there really isn't much inventory there yet. I'm guessing it's going to change in the future, but right now there's not a lot of inventory. It shows up on a clicks to website ad, and if you look at this, it just isn't. Who's going to click on that to actually go to a t-shirt? It doesn't have anything graphical at all. Okay, right here you can say, yes, I can see the t-shirt. This one's called an interstitial, so if they click on the link, then they will see this and then be directed to another page. But even this one, right now, I'm just saying remove both right column and Partner Mobile apps. In the future, if there's a lot of inventory here, sure, break it out into its own campaign. And right column ads do work. When they work like gangbusters. But split it off and put it in its own campaign. That's my advice. All right, so to your targeting, whatever your targeting is, I think we were doing, man, I can remember from a couple days ago, it was like men 28, something like that. And then they were interested in Nikola Tesla. Okay, great. Whatever your targeting is, doesn't really matter. Here's going to be the name of the campaign. I'm going to go ahead and change that right now to something a little more recognizable. And I can even change this or leave the targeting there intact, and maybe we say it's $15 a day. Right here down at the bottom, a lot of people get tripped up on this. Optimize for clicks, and this is bidding strategy. You can read all about it right here. I'm just going to tell you to keep it simple, optimize for clicks and automatically optimize your bid to get more clicks. This is actually something called OCPM, or Optimize CPM. You do have the ability to optimize for impressions, but this is a clicks to website, and I've over time found that this optimize for clicks and this top one here will get you the fastest results to decide if you want to keep running this or not. So I'm always trying to, as quickly as possible, figure out if an ad is working. If it's not working, I want to cut it off very fast, and if it is working, I want to ramp up as fast as possible. All you really do is click place order. It goes out there, and you've essentially launched a clicks to website ad. All right, that's it for this video. If you have any questions at all, ask Teespring. They'll be happy to help you out. Thanks.